Progress Racing presents Show Us Your Tips. Beaver and Daggy with you on a Thursday night to have a look towards Saturday afternoon, where we have the Group 1 Doomben Cup. We got good black type racing at Flemington and at Rosehill as well. Beaver, what's going on?
Mates, normal stuff, working away, trying to stay out of mischief and trying to find a winner as well.
Yeah, not a bad day yesterday. Bit up and down. We found a few throughout the afternoon. A couple of
nice winners along the way.
Yeah, so just ticking over nicely. We'll head up north. No other big racing news you've noticed throughout the week we need to discuss, is there?
Nothing of significant note, mate. Just starting to get into, obviously, the Brisbane Carnival's well into it, and the rest of the racing starts to die off a bit after this as we get into winter.
Yeah, we'll get through winter in one piece though, and then so spring's only just around the corner a lot of the time here. So we'll get up to Doomben though, where we are on a good track. The rail is in a 2 meter mark, so I'm thinking probably on pace will be no disadvantage. In fact, most likely on pace with no disadvantage. We kick off in the first, which is the benchmark 80 over the 2,000 meters. Do you want to lead us away today?
Yeah, I will lead us away. Pretty tricky affair, this one. Real sensations being scratched. The favourite, Prince of Aragon, is also a dual acceptor. That's Rosehill.
Oh, yeah.
So not sure where it'll start. I've gone for down in the weights, number 12 Designs from the Freedman stable. I thought its run last start was okay. Got to the front a little bit too early. Did look to have its chance, but was beaten by a pretty good horse in Fortified, who come out yesterday and absolutely donkey licked him, and was less than half a length behind it. So I think that form line lines up quite well in a fairly open affair. So around just under the $10 mark, I think that's a good play first race each way.
Yeah, I like what you've done there, and I like I Could Do Better's last run as well. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
reeling him in at Gold Coast. I think that form will hold up quite well here. I think I'd rather play those two than if Prince of Aragon's here, the two sort of big provincial wins. I don't think stack up as well here. So I was looking away from that and happy to play those two each way in the first. The Captain Morgan at Class 6 over the 1,600 meters is race number 2. I am going to go here with Right or Wrong. Pretty close up behind Reloaded and Louvois. That's Saturday Sydney form. Quick backup. Nash goes on, and I think it'll run pretty well here in a tricky affair. How do you look at this one?
Yeah, you're right. It is a tricky affair. There's 5 horses here, sort of around the $5-6 mark, and then you get out to the rest of the field at 15s plus. So anything's a chance here in that out of those in the market. I've gone for Guntante's the 6 to be ridden by Robbie Fradd, a jockey that I like backing up in Brisbane. Only just missed last start against Slow Hands and didn't have a lot of luck. Also from the inside gate, was well found in the market. And then prior to that, ran a really good race behind the likes of Skins and Axe. Axe came out last week and won pretty easy. And Skins is flying, and both those horses are going really well and finished 5th in that race. And prior to that, again, put in a very nice run, finishing it off well behind the likes of Wonderful Riri, who's also got a little bit of ability. So a race like this, I think Guntante's from the 4 gate can get the right sit and be in the finish. So, yeah, each way all day again.
Very nice. The 2-year-olds is race number 3 over the 1,200 meters. The girls here, how do you like them?
I think Socialist looks the hardest to beat here. Money just keeps rolling in for it in this race. Looks to set up well for it. Was super impressive last start, just kept hitting the line nicely. Stellar Magic, I'm not quite sure about the step up to the 1,200 and whether it'll run a really strong 1,200. And outside of that, I think Socialist has them covered. It's Morioki, I think it took care of it pretty comfortably last start. Can't see it turning the tables, particularly given the barrier draw. So for me, Socialist looks one of the better bets.
Yeah, I agree with you. The form has been franked by Extreme Time, who won in Sydney. I won on Saturday last week as well. The one at odds that I'll probably have something small on, I think, away from Hawksbury will suit Hoover Lucy. It's led up twice there. I think getting to Doomben will help. Bowman on from that gate will probably roll across and lead his field. And I think, yeah, the two Sydney horses again, Socialist from Hoover Lucy for me. Race 4 is the Derby McCarthy over the 1100 metres, where I will throw up a case for, well, I think Doomben's going to suit. Now fourth up. I think Wisdom of Water gets its chance tomorrow. Probably rolls forward and leads this field, and it will be hard to get past. Just because I'm a bit sick of rocketing by. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm going Rocketing By. I think it gets its chance on the weekend. It's been in its last two runs have been in better races and better quality than this. A couple of lengths behind Marbusha last start in a good quality affair, and a couple of lengths behind the likes of Wild Ruler and Isotope. Prior to that, its form was outstanding. This is a much weaker affair than those two races. Those horses would be winning this. Yeah, just not quite sure about Wisdom of Water. So Rocketing By for me again around the $4 mark. I think that's a great play in this race.
Yeah, well, from the point of view that there's not a lot of winners in this race, it's probably the best horse, I guess. So I understand what you found there. The Pam O'Neill Stakes over the mile for the 3-year-old fillies and the mares, 3-year-old plus fillies and mares. A few of our old favourites all going around. Graceful Glamour is going to roll forward and lead, I assume. A few mixed form lines. Where are you starting off?
Yeah, I really liked the win of Yamazaki last start. It was pretty good. Just exploded down the middle of the track, took care of them comfortably. And I think there might be enough pace in this race as well to allow them to finish off. And if they are able to finish off in a race like this, this horse is going to be coming home quicker than anything else. So Yamazaki for me.
I'm with the first up. I'm with Parody. Just an honest trier, good Gold Coast and Queensland form last time in, then was competitive in the Group 1 Australian Cup. It'll roll forward. Gate 10 will probably go forward and either sit outside lead or just behind Graceful. Obviously, first up a mile's never, something you want to dive tremendously into, but I think it's just an honest try that you're going to have a fair crack at here. And like what you said about Yamazaki, it's sort of been one I've tried to find a bit, and I missed it last time, but live and learn, I suppose.
Yeah, that's why I went for Yamazaki, because I just thought Graceful Glamour will go forward, and I think Parody's going to have to come across and sit outside it. So I'm just hoping they do keep a little bit of pace in the race and don't just make it a sit and sprint. And if there is a bit of pace, I just think with a bit more fitness under its belt, that Yamazaki can get over the top of them.
Yeah, cool. The Chief De Beers over the 1100 metre listed race, which I will make a case here for the first upper again in King of Hastings. Was pretty good last prep, had that big tough win in Sydney, second up, but first up here, I'm guessing it's spelled up in Queensland actually, because it went out from the Gold Coast.
I think it trolled up there as well.
Trolled twice. The second trial was quite nice behind, was it Right or Wrong? Trial behind. Anyway, so closed off under no riding, was quite good. I think it'll run well here. I think this is a bit of a target, and at the $6.50 or $7 earlier. Keen to bet. Yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, look, I think you're right. King of Hastings looks to be up to the mark of this. I like Sugar Boom. I know Usmanov beat it quite comfortably last start, but Usmanov had the right run in that race. It just sat off the pace and it was set up for it. I don't think the heavy track was, or the softer heavy track was in favour of Sugar Boom.
Dry's a big tick for Sugar Boom.
I think the dry is a big tick for it. I think it probably gets a much better run here. and it's drawn well. Huey Bowman aboard. I think Sugarbird can put its best foot forward here and run a nice race.
Yeah, the 1100 was what scared me. I think it's 1,000-meter horse. I was worried about that, but you know where it's going to be. It's going to be in front, and it's probably going to be in front for a long way up the Doomben Straight. So
yeah,
definitely going to need a run for your money. The Group 1 Doomben Cup over the 2,000 meters is the feature of the day. We see the Cox Plate winner, the Mugatoo's back as well, the All-Star Mile winner, and the impressive import Zaaki from last start, who's been backed into 245 apparently. Who do you like?
Yeah, look, Zaaki's a bit skinny for me.
Yeah.
At 245. Won well last start, but it wasn't against Sir Dragonet or Mugatoo, who are two of the better 2,000-meter horses running around at the moment. And interesting, they've been taken here for this race. I'm really finding it hard to split Sir Dragonet and Mugatoo at this point in time. I've got a slight leaning towards Sir Dragonet. I think 2 starts back was pretty good, and even its last start was a nice run. So I'm slightly leaning towards Sir Dragonet in front of Mugatoo.
Yeah, I'm with you. They've said they're going to try and ride a bit further forward as well. But Sir Dragonet, obviously Cox Plate winner. It's A-grade weight for age, form, and I think it's 2-1 over Mugatoo the times they've met. Mugatoo beat it on the wet of the All-Star Mile, which I wouldn't really worry too much about. The Moonee Valley track was playing up a bit that day. It's been pretty good chasing essentially the best horses in Australia. Sir Dragonet the last couple of starts, and I think it will win this. The only two I want to back, the only two I want to have in the quaddie, really. I'm happy to leave Zaaki out and try our luck. I think it's still, just that was a level below what it raced against last start.
Yeah, agree with you there.
Race number 8 is the BRC Sprint. How's this for a race? Group 3.
It's a cracker, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, we've got some up-and-comers. We've got, we talked about Skins and Axe earlier against some old hard heads. Are you with the lightly raced brigade or how are you playing it?
Yeah, I am with the lightly raced brigade. I'm going to go for Garibaldi. Last run was fantastic. Hit the line really hard. Gets a much better draw here this time in 5. There'll certainly be some pace in the race. Axe will definitely go forward. And you're probably going to find a horse like Fender is going to go forward to be on the pace.
So Coney will go
Groundswell likes to lead.
Yeah.
So it'll be really Saccone will go forward. So there's plenty of pace on in this race. And with Garibaldi just sitting behind them, it's going to be super hard to beat. I would have Skins just drawn in the car park. Just don't know where it's going to find a place, and it just may be having to give some of these too big a start. That's certainly the concern for me there, but a quality horse that's been very good these first 2 runs. So you got Steph Thornton on that, so she's going to have to weave a bit of magics. I'm tipping Bossy might be able to sit and sprint with Garibaldi.
I like the way Skins owned Axe last time, and obviously Axe was impressive last week. I think Skins will get out to a price I'll end up having to back it. It's about $6.50 now. I think the car park, as you said, might put people off. The one at double figures that I will back, though, is Tefane. It was off the rails 3 wide on that red hot rails day. You're getting $10 for a Group 1 winner. And Obi Boston going on is interesting, but complete forgive first up. I thought it was actually pretty good, hitting the line first up behind Fasika when it probably couldn't win from the draw, and I think it'll run well here. And I like everything you've mentioned again, so not much more to add there. Let's wrap up the day at Doomben with the Roses, the Group 2 for the 3-year-old fillies over the 2,000 meters. We were all over Grayson Harmony last time. He's sticking solid.
I'm going to stick solid, mate. Why wouldn't you? 3 from 3 this preparation. Winning form is good form. 2,000 meters certainly suits. A little bit of a tricky draw in the 14, but James McDonald, he's a master. So Hopefully it can get in. It was a little bit wide last start and still finished off and hit the line. Again, this is not a tougher field. I'm quite surprised that it is $4.50, to be honest. And second favourite behind Bargain that's been backed into favouritism. So, happy to finish the day with Grace and Harmony.
Agree. I think $4.50 is a great price. I'm interested to see how well that holds up, because I'm happy to take probably a bit shorter than that, to be honest. And I think this market might swing around, but we'll see. I'm probably going to make it my best of the day, to be honest with you. Grace and Harmony, as we wrap up our thoughts there for pro group racing, what have we got here? Do you want to go your best in value?
Yeah, my best bet of the day comes up in race 3, number 5, Socialist.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to be my best bet. And my value bet of the day comes up in race 5, number 3, Yamazaki.
As I've mentioned, Grace and Harmony, my best of the day, and race 8, number 2, Tafane, will run well at double figures, I think. Should we do a quaddie? Probably need to do a quaddie on a Saturday, don't we?
Oh, mate, got to do a quaddie.
How are we going to do this? Do you want to lead away here in Queensland?
I'll lead away here in Queensland.
All right.
So my numbers in the first leg, race 6, is 2, 4, 6.
Vada, yeah,
and 14.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
2, 4, 6, and 14.
Beautiful. Second leg. I'm happy to go 1 and 2.
1 and 2. 1 and 2. No dramas. Third leg, we will go 2, 4, 14, 16, 17.
I like it. The New Zealand horse there, Dragon Leap. Just going to take it on.
Just take it on, mate.
All right. And how are we going to wrap it up?
We will wrap up the last of the day with numbers 1, 2, 3, and 8.
Very good. I like it. Check out progretracing.com.au for their free tips, extensive guides, and plenty of racing news. Sign up to their mailing list to get our show delivered to your inbox free twice a week, every week. As we head to Rosehill to have a look at the support meeting in Sydney, where the rail is, where is the rail? Rail's in the 3 metre mark. Good track. I don't think there's any rain about, is there, this weekend?
No rain about, mate.
Got my Tim Bailey on today. Let's kick off in the first with the highway. Have you got anything here you want to get stuck into?
Look, I wasn't overly keen in the highway. If you're looking for something here, maybe the 13. It was pretty good last start. Down at Twogger, I think it was. Its last 3 runs have been pretty solid. Not overly keen on the race. I don't like the highways, but $6 each way, maybe worth a go. Again, I generally skip these, but I thought More Sundays was tremendous. Again, running on against the rail bias that day at Roundwick. So it is Canberra Wheeler, is top weight, but let's move on. Probably need to speak too much more about that race. The second is the 2-year-olds over the 1,300 metres, which sees half the Waller stable here. Well, maybe not half. Got a few horses. A lot of the Waller 2-year-olds against some others. One you liked on debut was Overman. Socialist obviously going to Queensland. What are you doing in this field? Yeah, Overman for me. I think it gets its chance here in this field. First, these last 2 runs have been pretty good. Seems to be on the improve. Ran second to a pretty good horse last start, and there was a huge gap to third. So if it's going to win a race, this should be it.
Yeah, outside lead at Canterbury last start probably sets up all right here. I struggle to separate I think Greater Harlem might be the best horse in the race, but it's going to go back to last at Rosehill. So we'll see how that goes. Might be looking for further, might be on its way up north. We said Overman's right. And I think Connexi was a nice enough resumption at Gosford there, chasing Overpass, who the form's obviously stacked up pretty well around it. So I guess they're the three for me. Race 3 is the 3 and 4-year-old benchmark 72 over the 1,500 meters. Who are you going with here?
Yeah, this is a tricky little affair. I've narrowed it down to 2. I'm going for Saint of Katowice.
Yep, that's the one I found as well. So.
It's about $5.50.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty good price. Looks to have a bit of untapped ability, this one. It's had 2 starts in Victoria. They've now brought it to Sydney. Both times been backed off the map to start 2s on, and has won very, very comfortably. This is obviously a much bigger and harder test. But look, I just think you have to stick with the winning form. And when they've been winning so well, and obviously got a bit of a liking for it, Eustace. I think you got it on top. Main danger, Charlize, I think could be the main danger. Again, brought up from Melbourne, is in pretty good form at the moment. Not always the easiest horse to catch, but the last 3 runs have been very good.
Was given no chance last start.
And still finished second. Gets a 2 kilo claim, so gets in okay at the weights, 57.5. So yeah, it's the main danger.
I found Saint of Katowice as well. It's this is its first full prep in Australia, so it came over. It's had the prep here. It started $5 actually against April Rain. It put up with issues, and it's had the spell and the proper preparation in Australia, and been dominant both times. I think this is only a Wednesday race. This is a benchmark 72.
Yeah, that's right.
So I got no fears. I know you don't generally find kindness in form at Rosehill, but I think it's going to run quite well in this race. So I agree. Well done. Good find. I'm pretty keen to back it, actually. And what you said about the other horse was right. At Charlize, just was given no chance before. That was pretty impressive. Again, that's midweek Melbourne form, but we'll see how that stacks up. Of all the stables, Mara and Eustace are the ones that you got to be scared of when they ring them up, I suppose.
That's right.
Race 4 is the 78 over the 1,200 meters. We're probably going to spend too long on this one because we're probably both going to tip Blondo off its nice resumption. Looks like the horse is flying.
Great resumption. Looks to be flying. Penny looks like it might have dropped, and if it has, this horse has got some upside.
Yep. My best of the day. Not that I'm saying much now. It's in the odds on, but we'll win this, I think. Race number 5 is the benchmark 78 over 1,200 meters. I'm going to give a chance to the resuming Lillimore here. I think it's trialled up okay. It gets control of this race. First up 1,200 meter. Maybe I'd like it a bit shorter first up, but like I said, gets control. Last prep it was butting heads with Big Parade and Never Talk, and both of those would be starting pretty short in this race. I think it can run pretty well here. Not a lot to add, actually. Apart from that, I think Sarah actually put a win on the board and might be able to springboard off it. But that were the 2 for me here. What about yourself?
Yeah, I found a couple of others, to be honest. I do like Turnstile. Mm-hmm. Thought it was first up, it barrier trialled sensationally. First up was good. And then, really put him away last start down the middle of the track and won quite comfortably. And that looked like a good win to me. Again, meeting what I think is a fairly similar field. So I think it looks hardest to beat. And main danger, Cafe Royale. So a couple of weeks ago, the boys were on that. Yep. Trent found that at, was it Canberra? Newcastle? Newcastle. Kembla, was it?
No, it was Newcastle, sorry. It was Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah. And it was a really good win. Look, if it's derived any benefit from that and any improvement, it can certainly put itself in contention in this race. So Turnstile for me and a saver on the Cafe Royale.
Race number 6 kicks off the quaddie with the 3-year-old over the 2,000 meters. This race hurt my head. So who do you find here? I defaulted back to the one I was keen on Wednesday, Green Flash. Save for this. It's been pretty good with the Grace and Harmony form. This prep, we spoke about it the other night. I think it'll run well here, but not a race I'm especially keen to dive into. What do you think?
Yeah, look, Green Flash was obviously saved yesterday for this, which is always a strong pointer. But I thought the run of Marinella at Swagger was really, really impressive. Did get its own way in front, and there were no chance of catching it given the final 600 that it ran. But again, look, I expect it goes to the front here again. I'm not sure that it's going to have too many challenges, and if it can control the pace, might be just too hard to beat again.
Fair enough. Yeah. In a race where there's not a lot of chases, not bad being on the leader sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah, the feature is the Lord Mayor's Cup, again over 2,000 metres, a listed race. Who did you like here?
God help me.
God help you.
Yeah.
Help you?
Oh, this is.
I was keen.
Mate, I don't know.
Holly,
What are you
Holly
keen on?
Gray immoral? Like it was impressive last time. Tommy Berry's probably the key rider on the whole program. Everyone else is up in Queensland. It's going to get the same run, not too far off them, and this is a pretty ordinary race. I thought,
look,
like when the favourites Parry Sound, it's a benchmark 70 horse. It's like, I'm happy to back Holly Gray here. It's going to right this prep. Gets a right run, and I think there's a lot of horses here that can't win. I had,
I agree with that.
Backing Knight's Order. So I'd defaulted back to the informed horse, and it's not a horse I ever really go looking for.
Yeah, look, I think there's nothing wrong with what you put forward there. It is one of the horses that is showing a bit of form this preparation. The 2 wins that it has had, but everything has gone its right way.
Yeah, and wet
3 starts back. It got the perfect run and was able to pull out and won probably a race that it would have won because She's Ideal would have beat it. But there's no She's Ideal in this. So it did beat it home. And then last start, it had the sit, 1 out, 1 back. It was just able to pull out and go past them. My concern is that it's had the perfect run both times and hasn't beat them easily. But hey, it may get the perfect run here and be too hard to beat. Look, it can win. I went for Looks Like Elvis. I thought it was a much improved run last start at Scone and was beaten by Lure Me In, which I think's got a little bit of talent and would be certainly hard to beat in a race like this. It's stepping out to the 2,000 metres, which it hasn't won at before, and I'm not quite sure is an ideal distance, but maybe now just getting a bit older and a few more kilometres in the legs, looks like Elvis may be suited at the 2,000 and can run a strong race.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit of a gunner, isn't it? Looks like Elvis. Always seems to be.
Yeah, but I think there's a few, as you said, that most of them in this race are exactly that, except for except for Polly Gray that's won 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah.
So you make a strong case there.
Cool. Race 8 is the benchmark 88 over the 1,500 metres. Who do you like here?
Look, I'm willing to put a line through Ellsberg's last start. It was really good at Rosehill first up. Comes back to Rosehill here. Went to Hawksbury. Was given no chance by the jock. Just can't get me head around that ride and what they were trying to do. That was just a bit bizarre for me. I don't think, Tim Clark comes on board, so I'm expecting that they're going to go straight to the front on Ellsberg in this, and if it does and gets any kind of piece in the lead, this will be a procession.
Yeah, I think Tim Clark will be ready to tone. I agree. I think back to Rosehill will suit, bit dry will suit, and it'll go straight to lead, and yeah, we'll get our money back from a couple of weeks back, I think. I don't have much more to add. Let's wrap up the day. Benchmark 78 over the 1,800 metres. Hopefully, I might have put the footy on by now, looking at this race, but did you like anything here?
I have gone for Turidin. I think again. 2 from 2 this preparation. So it's in some really good form. Comes from off the back of its Warrnambool win and comes to Sydney, which is a good pointer. Won by a couple of lengths there and was a really good win. Really liked the way it attacked the line. And I think, again, at Rosehill, over the 1,800 metres, they've obviously targeted this because of the distance and the progression. I think you can get a good run, gets the claim of Tom Sherry, so gets in nicely in the 56 and at double figure odds. Worth a crack.
Nice find. 2 at double figures. I'll have something on. Saigon's going pretty well this prep. Probably does need to win one of these, but was good along the rail there at Hawksbury. And I think the Grinders overs, I think you can forgive its last run. It's about 40 to 1, and I'll have something on it here as well. But I like what you've found there of Turidan. It did bolt in there at the Bull. So happy to follow your lead as well. Should we do a quaddie at Rosehill?
We're going to do a quaddie at Rosehill.
Let's see. Do you want to have a go at this one too, or do you want me to lead it away?
Mate, I'll have a go at this as well.
Okay.
Done a little bit of work here.
Good work.
So the first leg here is 2, 5, 9, 10, and 15.
I like it.
So I went a little bit wider there. Keep us in.
Mm-hmm.
The next didn't get much easier here. 1, 2, 3, and 8.
Mm-hmm. I can see here. I would almost say throw Knight's Order in instead of Wugok, but we'll see. That's fine.
In the next leg, I went 11.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost willing to stand this out, but 11, 14, and 3.
Yes, I like it. How are we wrapping up?
And we're going to wrap up the end of the day with number 1, 5, 6, 10, and 13.
And 13. Alrighty. I'll yeah, throw Saigon in as well, and I'm happy with that as well. I think I'm pretty keen on that quaddie. I think we've got it covered. For progroupracing.com.au, as I've said, check them out. Your best in value, Beaver.
Oh, my best came up in race 8, Ellsberg. I think it'll be hard to beat. And my value bet of the day came up in race 3, was number 8, Saint of Katowice.
Nice. I'm going to make, you already picked Ellsberg. I'll make Polly Gray my best. Sort of got a bit keen on that. And my value, Green Flash, and I think Saigon will run well in the last as well. What have we got? Anywhere else around Australia? You've covered up north. I'm used to throwing up north.
Yeah, no, look, mate, a couple of things down in Flemington. I think race 2, number 2, Holbein. I think it'll be winning again. Went really well last start, so it's going to be super hard to beat. I think race 4, number 2, Heart of Passance. I think it gets the right race. So be keen to have a play on it. And then I think in race 5, number 10, Lavina. Really impressive win last start. I think it can win as well. So they're my 3 tips down in Melbourne.
Yeah, Lavina was my best down at Flemington. I really liked its last win. And at Murray Bridge in the last about 5 o'clock, I'm going to have something on Thrill Kill around $10. It was pretty good at the Bull there, running on, and I'll have something there. Wasn't that keen on the rest of the Adelaide meeting. Good job, mate.
Good luck. It's a pretty open affair there.
Yeah, so I have something that in the last. Good luck.
Nice.
And I will catch you over the weekend potentially. If not, we'll do this again Tuesday night for our midweek preview.
Look forward to it.
Good luck, punters. We'll talk to you soon.